before we get into the racing, just want to kind of tell you what we're planning on doing for this video. Basically, my wife Kelly is going to take her ZL1 and we are going to roll race it against my Mach 1 and whatever else we can find at the track. Now, obviously, I think Kelly does have somewhat of a distinct advantage.
You're going to lose, pretty much.
I'm
That's
probably,
what he's saying. He's going to lose.
I'm probably going to lose. So we're going to go out and race. We're going to see how it goes. And then at the end, we'll decide what we need to do to one of these cars to make it so that they're a little bit more competitive. So you're probably thinking to yourself, how in the world is this thing ever going to keep up with the ZL1? And realistically, it's probably not. So what my plan is to cheat. We're just going to try and cheat, and some light cheating, not too heavy of cheating, but just the right amount of cheating. I'm going to try and focus on a couple things here. It's not even really cheating. It's just things that I'm doing, that I'm thinking about to give me a competitive edge that I'm not telling her about. So we're going to kind of try and focus on a couple areas. First is going to be weight. We need this car as light as possible. If there's any way to make that car heavier, I'm going to think about that too. The next thing is just optimize. So if I'm going to look at air pressures in the tires, it's now springtime. So, I'm going to make sure that the air pressure is right. I'm going to look at the air filter. I'm just going to give this thing a once over and try and do everything I can from a performance standpoint. And lastly, just features of the car, right? This car has new tires. This car has older swapped tires on it. This has a no lift shift feature. We'll talk about that later. We're going to think about starting speeds and stuff. We'll get into all of it. But we're just going to start thinking, and how do we get ahead? And I've got some ideas. So check this out. So for the track day tomorrow, do you have enough gas in your car? You already put gas in it. Okay. Is it completely full? It's about a half a tank. Yeah, I think we should go ahead and put some more gas in it, because that thing likes to drink gas. We're going to be running it kind of hard. So you know what? Don't even worry about it. I will take it to the gas station. We'll get you filled up, and that way, no issues. Okay, love you too. Bye. Go ahead and throw on the time lapse. You'll see me wrestle here with the air hose in a second. We're gonna mess with these tires at the very end, but first we're gonna start pulling weight out of this car. So that prop rod, because now I've got struts, that's gotta go. Any carpeting inside the car, that's unnecessary weight, that's gotta go. I'm gonna go back to the trunk. I'm gonna grab the carpeting from the trunk. I'm gonna grab the air compressor, because there's no spare in this car. If there was a spare, that would come out, but that's gonna get removed. While I was back there, I noticed that the subwoofer for the upgraded sound system is back in there, and it is 3 screws and 1 electrical plug, and you betcha that's coming out as well. Now we're gonna jump to the wheels and tires. I did notice that my air pressure was a little bit low, so I'm gonna make sure that it has 32 pounds at all 4 corners. You didn't see it on the time lapse, but I did pull out the air filter. That thing looked super dirty. I had a bunch of bugs and other crap in there, even after 3,300 miles. So I wanted to yank that off, clean everything off. Trust me, if I could take this dirt and put it on Kelly's air filter to try and slow her car down, I would, but I think that might be one step too far. And don't worry, I will be putting this back on the car. We got the carpet mat in the trunk. We've got the passenger side carpet mat. I can pull the driver's side one out too. We do have the air compressor for the spare tire, which weighs more than you think. And then I pulled out the sub, which weighs less than you think. I really thought this thing was gonna have a ton of weight to it, but it doesn't. So if you wanted to get crazy here, you could start pulling out more things. I have another idea. So rather than getting too crazy, taking out my rear seat, my passenger seat, I'm a little lazy. So if you can't make something lighter, make something else heavier. I'm just gonna hide those back in there. She'll never know. I don't think I'm getting 80 pounds out of that car anyway. Like I was never there. What's my ace in the hole here? Because like we've talked about, weight, maybe I get a little edge here, right? This thing's got more power, but probably less traction. It comes down to one thing. I think we know what that is. Sorry, Kelly, it's the driver mod. Here we go. So basically, I'm gonna be really thinking on this one. Her car is geared much longer with that TR6060 than mine is with the TR3160, I believe it is. It's in the Mach 1. So I need to think about starting speeds. They basically tell you at this race to get up to 40 miles an hour, but there's no one saying you can go 20 or 50. It's really whatever you prefer. So I need to figure out what makes the most sense for me, because realistically, that type of supercharger means she's got torque everywhere. So chances are she's gonna get me off the line unless she is spinning. Now, if by some miracle she spins and I start to pull ahead, I cannot mess up these shifts. And this is where I think I have a little bit of an advantage because the Mach 1 has a no lift shift feature, which means you can keep your foot planted flat to the floor, jab that clutch and just bang gears, okay? The engine is set up so that it will not damage itself by doing that, and we are gonna try that out. If none of this other stuff works, either I'm gonna tell her that I'm gonna get the hit, or I'm not gonna tell her I'm gonna get the hit, and I'm gonna get the hit anyway. And you know what they say, a chase is a race. So without further ado, let's get to the racing and see how it plays out. All right, we're getting into race number 1. So this one, we're gonna go heads up from right around 40 miles an hour. No one has an advantage here. This is our first race. Clean shifts from both of us. And here, take a look how it goes. That was pretty brutal. So for the second race here, Kelly is going to give me roughly a car length in the hit. As you'll see, this is about as lucky as I'm going to get against the ZL1. Well, she misses the shift, or maybe it goes into first. I don't know. The Camaro's okay, but as you can see, I walked out of her life on that one. This, in my opinion, is the best race between Kelly and I. Again, I'm in the left lane, so I'm leading. She gives me a car length, and I get the hit. Check it out. This is my buddy Nate here. He's got a Terminator Cobra. This thing makes somewhere between 450 and 500 horsepower. Come on, baby, go. Come on, baby, go. Come on. Super close race, but as you can see, he pulls away at the very end. This is pretty cool. I get to race another 2021 Mach 1. This is a non-handling pack car like mine, but it's the 10-speed automatic. I like shifting gears, but as you can see, the 6-speed is no match for that 10-speed automatic. That thing is fast. Like any good wife, I figured Kelly now had to race the cars that beat me. So here she is racing that Terminator Cobra, which makes somewhere in the neighborhood of between 450 and 500 horsepower. So we're back from the track. We did about 6 races.
Yep.
Kelly did fantastic.
5 for 6.
5 for 6.
One was a misshift.
Yeah, something happened on that one. We'll have to go back and look at the video to see.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was a really fun time. Less fun for me because I lost
a lot.
I think I lost every time.
Yeah, except for my mission.
Yeah, so just to kind of run you through. So Kelly and I raced 3 times. The first time was heads up. No one got a jump or there were no car lengths, anything like that. And you can see from the video that she pretty clearly won. You know, 650 horsepower versus 480 will do that to you.
It's a little unfair.
A little bit unfair.
It's okay.
So for the second race, then we decided that I would get 1 car length lead and also the hit. So in the left lane, you set the pace. So I got to go first. The second race, I thought I was doing great. I really felt fantastic.
I don't know what I did. I got all the lights on the dash.
Yeah, so her dash.
I missed a shift or something, yeah.
Yeah, her dash lit up like a Christmas tree. So then we did the third race. Same thing, I got the hit. And from where I was at, I felt like I was winning. It's only 1,000 feet. So I thought I was winning, but then at the very end, she pulled by me, as you can see in the video. Yeah, so 2 out of 3, she won 2. And then we went on to race some other cars, so we can just kind of run through. So we raced our friend Nate in his Terminator Cobra. I believe it's still an Eaton car. I think it just has a pulley. It makes somewhere in the neighborhood of between 450 and 500 horsepower. I raced him, lost. Kelly won. Okay, so basically it's kind of like a video game where, you know, to get to the boss, you got to go through like the underboss. So I'm the underboss, and then they race you. Yep. And then after that, let's see. There was another Mach 1 there, very cool. So this guy actually picked up his Mach 1 a day after mine. His is the Fighter Jet Gray. It's also not a handling pack car. This is his daily driver. Also bone stock, but his was an automatic, and as you can see, that does play a factor. So he beat me as well.
Then I beat him.
Then Kelly won, which was great. And then Kelly raced some yokel in an SS Camaro who had extremely long shifts. So
yeah, it wasn't really fair, but I did win.
So she won that. And then I think my last race, I raced an Evo, which would have been a good race. He said it was a big single turbo Evo GSR, but I don't know. He got the jump on me. He cheated a little bit. So I'm not going to say I would have won, but it would have been more fair if we would have left at the same time. So all in all, pretty fun night.
And I think Bill's going to have to do something to his car now to make it a little faster, because the only race he won was when I missed a shift. So
exactly. Yeah.
We need to make it a little bit more fair.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is figure out what needs to happen to the Mach 1 to make it a little bit faster, because right now 480 horsepower just isn't cutting it. So hopefully we'll have some more videos for you guys. Let me know what you're thinking and what you want to see if in terms of power adders, because I really think, even though I got to get my wife on board for this, it's kind of a big financial move.
Beat me first, and then I'll do something to my car.
Yeah, so I think we need to get my car quicker first, and then maybe if I then beat Kelly, then Kelly needs to do something to her car. But being that her car is already supercharged, she definitely has a leg up there. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're gonna do more racing. Maybe we can do some dig racing, and maybe I'll have an advantage there. I don't know. We'll see. So thanks for watching. Check back next time. Can't wait to see you again on Truck and Roll. See you guys.